Hey soccer fans and future ballers, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of soccer talent with a little Moneyball twist. Today, we're scouting Jamir Johnson, a gem from the Philadelphia Union Academy. Let's see if he has what it takes to make it big. For those new here, I'm Oscar Moneyball, and I'm all about spotting the next big thing in soccer, not just with my eyes, but with data and analytics. Make sure to follow me on X for more insights, updates, and maybe a few off-the-pitch stories. It's where the real game happens, so click that follow button and let's keep growing this beautiful game. My role as a soccer scout isn't just watching games. It's about predicting the future of soccer. I look for players who not only have the skills, but also fit the modern game's analytic-driven approach. In soccer, we break down the game into 4 phases. You're either attacking, you're transitioning into defense, you're defending, or you're transitioning back into attack. But for scouts, it's these transitional phases where you often see the raw talent shine. So let's see how Jamir Johnson fares in these crucial moments. Jamir Johnson, according to the transfer market, is a 16-year-old winger, currently playing for the Philadelphia Union Academy, playing in the MLS Next Pro. He is also part of the U.S. Youth National Team system, having made appearances for the under-15s and the under-16s. For the under-15s, he appeared in 9 matches, scored 4 goals, and there's no real market value for him yet, but given the fact that he's given the fact that he's in the academy system, I'd say he's definitely in that. And he has a lot of hype going to him. He's probably one of the next big players. Philadelphia Union just secured a huge deal selling Kevon Sullivan. So they definitely have some eyes and attention where that can help them raise the value of these players, of these prospects and gems that they have. So I'd say he's definitely between 50 to 100,000 currently right now. Not sure he's making that much money, but let's see if that's under or overvalued. Let's dive deep into his match. We're going to be reviewing GA Cup 2024 final between the LA Galaxy and the Philadelphia Union under 17 Academy, and it's great. This is a little different than my previous videos because we're actually going to be watching a match. It's going to be sped up a little bit, but this is exactly what I do. I don't just watch highlight videos. We watch a full match. And why? Because we're able to see the 4 phases of the game. We're going to see him attack. We're going to see him defend. We're going to see him transition into defense and transition into the attack. So what am I going to be looking for? His strengths. Does he have that Moneyball factor? Maybe it's his vision, passing accuracy, or something else. Weaknesses. Every player has areas to improve on. Is it his defensive contribution, decision making, or his physicality? And what's that special power? What's that one trait that can make him a real star? Is it his dribbling, shooting, or perhaps his ability to read the game? So we're going to get this game started. Going to be looking at all these great things and going one step at a time. Second here. Okay, so this game is sped up at 2x. Jamir Johnson, can't see him in the frame, but he's down here. He's gonna press that ball right there. No contact, it's fine. It's the first play of the match. So transition into defense, gets into shape, respects the spacing between lines, tucks into the center to kind of make it a little harder for the possession game to go through. As you can see here, one of the first things I want to address is LA Galaxy's double pivot with their 2 players right there. As you can see, Kevon is covering one and Jamir is tucking in from his right wing from that half space and outside channels where he should be at into the center zone, borderline half space to outnumber the double pivots here. This is also going to be a press trigger, as they're going to force LA Galaxy to go onto their left side, Philadelphia's right side. Perhaps there's a weak spot there in LA Galaxy, which is why, as the game continues, Philadelphia Union continues to allow a lot of time and space for LA Galaxy to play off their left. Could be a weakness there. So let's see what Jamir does in this play, and we'll review it in just a second. So preventing the pass in the center, great job. Press trigger is now he's waiting for the next pass. Pass is made, makes a sprint, no contact. This is one of the things that we'll continue to see with Jamir Johnson as this game progresses, is that the lack of physical contact when he's defending is an area that he needs to improve. He needs to let the players know that he's there. He needs to let the opponent know that he's going to be after them, and puts a little bit of more pressure on the opponent to make a correct pass. He's going to start doubting his timing, etc., etc. It's also a mind game. There he's transitioning into defense, wins the ball back. Good job there. Now we're into a transitional phase into defense. Huge gap between the back line and the midfielders as they get there a little late. Transition into offense. We don't see him in frame, and there he is, crashing into the 18-yard box, which is a high XG zone. Now, that's pretty decent there. Smart decision making, getting into the right spot, occupying the half space. Kavan and the rest of his team are in the center, half space, outside channel. Pretty tactically aware. He's forward thinking. Great stuff so far. All right, now he organizes himself again, preventing the pass in the center, playing with the double pivot and staying with his man, occupying the center space. The striker takes the half space, as they're definitely going to be closing in LA Galaxy here. LA Galaxy is forcing a play onto their right side, which, as I mentioned earlier, could be one of their strengths. As you can see, there was a foul there. Transitioning into defense, comes back in his shape. He's occupying that center zone a lot, which doesn't give him enough time to make the press onto the half space or the outside channel. As you can see, he's always going to be late to these challenges. He's not going to be able to make any contact, which is not going to really win him the ball back. He's just chasing behind the ball. I'm sure that has to do with what his role is in this match, maybe some directions from his staff, so it's fine. But Jamir Johnson needs to start reading the game, trying to be one step ahead, not be reacting, but sort of having that mind game, being one step ahead. It's okay, that comes with experience. Staying compact, respecting the space between lines, moving up, moving back. Good stuff there. Again, occupying that half space. Always late to the challenge. Pause. Okay, here is a transitional moment. You just won the ball back. He's facing forward. He is, let's see what his decision is. I've already seen this several times. So, plays forward to the space. Forward thinking. Great first touch pass. Everyone's in this transitional moment. Rocio's trying to split the two defenders here. We have the second striker making his run forward. Kavan transitioning. Everyone's transitioning. LA Galaxy is transitioning into defense. The role here for LA Galaxy is to outnumber the opponent. And for Philadelphia, it's to also outnumber the opponent, get in between lines, and get a shot on goal. Kavan does an excellent job transitioning into the space, receives the ball, but we don't see Jamir supporting. Kavan is outnumbered, and it isn't until we get here where Jamir is approaching this play. Kavan is outnumbered. You're not supporting. You're not reading the game. Kavan went from the outside channel into the half space. His movement here remained in the half space. Slow transition. But these things are normal. Can't expect that. But again, it's where the real talent shines. Raw talent shines in these transitional moments. Game keeps going. Not much here. They all reset again. LA Galaxy trying to come out the back. They win the ball back in the foul. But you can see that that's their game, right? That's LA Galaxy's game. Here we'll see another defensive action with Jamir tucking into the center. Always late to the challenge. He's very tactically aware. He's smart in his positioning. He does his job. He does what he needs to do, and which is play with your team. Respect the spacing. Come on, 1v1 right there, buddy. It's all right. Let's move forward a little. Let's see what we can see in this next play. A lot of the same work here. A lot of preventing the pass into the center. I believe at this point they have switched Jamir onto the left. LA Galaxy's right side. There he is. Trying to get into that space inside the 18-yard box. It's one of the things that I think he does really well when he tucks into the center zone or the half space. He's able to get into more dangerous areas where he can be between the lines, between the defenders, and receive a through ball. Again, they're forcing LA to come out from their left side. They keep winning possession there. They're having better luck with the number 10 pressing on the left side or Philadelphia's right side and having Jamir be their extra player, the player that they want to make the pass to when they win back possession. Let's take a look at that action one more time. So they let LA Galaxy come out, just waiting for them to play off the left. As you can see here, this player is occupying better zones, allowing them to have the space for the double pivot, being able to play here, but they're man-to-man, 1v1, really excellent, really good job there. And Jamir tucks in to kind of prevent that pass, the double pivot like we mentioned earlier. Walks away from it to give himself some space. Team wins the ball back. He's in the center zone with a lot of space. He's definitely the right option. Tucks in. I think that went a little too far. They do it one more time. Again, they win the ball back. Going to the left again. Forcing him to the left. Oh, great run. So he's very forward thinking. Hasn't really touched the ball at all. It's been 11 minutes into the game. Hasn't dribbled, hasn't passed, hasn't been an option. Just basically playing a defensive role at the moment. And a player like him, you want him on the ball with his qualities. A winger. But It's not really what Philadelphia Union's playing. They're definitely playing for the counter press. So I'm sure that debilitates a little of Jamir Johnson's strengths. Again, not physical. Definitely his weakness. There you go. You made some contact. Finally. That's what you got to do. You got to throw your body at him. Put some real pressure on him. And I'm not saying in a way to foul them, but you got to make contact. You got to be on them to at least win the ball back. Can't give them too much time and space. Went a little too far back. There it is. So presses, no contact, gets close, makes the contact. They lose the ball, transitions into offense extremely quick, looks for the space in between the defenders. He's very forward thinking. Kind of just waits on the ball. It's one of the things that drive me nuts when I watch wingers is they tend to be players that kind of are very passive. They have this low energy attitude, and only when they have the ball on their feet they want to do something positive. But they need to have that ego, right? So right here, Jamir Johnson tucks into the half space, balls on the outside channel, brings his defender out with him to follow him, creates space for his forwards to make a run forward. He's pointing out that there's space over there. Making space for your teammates, taking space yourself is very, very positive. Means he knows what he's doing, means he knows that him moving out of position opens up space for somebody else, which is what happens. You get a long ball where Jamir Johnson would be off on the outside channel for his striker. Retains the ball pretty well. Kavan's up on the transition now. Oh, great opportunity there. Oh, there we go. So this play stemmed from creating space. Let's watch it one more time. So they come out with possession, playing the ball out to the outside channel, to the flanks. Checks in, creates space. They go for a long ball. Whenever you play a long ball, Kavan is ready for the second ball. He's there to support, which is exactly what happens. Rocio does a great job in retaining the ball, shielding the ball with resistance. Kavan's coming in with the help there to help out on the second ball. The ball progresses forward. Jamir is attacking the center zone because the outside and the half spaces are occupied. You have a lot of space for number 10 here. You get the cross, the finish. Unfortunately, that did not go in, but that is a play that stems from Jamir creating space for his teammates. Traps the ball, dribbles, maintains possession, fights for the ball again. Not the contact you want to see. Oh, okay. Great opportunity there. Great job, Jamir. The little things that go unnoticed sometimes. See, this is his transition into defense sometimes isn't all that great. LA Galaxy sees that there's weakness. They come out on the right side. Their strong side, as you can tell, is the side that Philadelphia doesn't want them to come out at. But Jamir Johnson leaves his space. He's out of position. You have everybody playing back. LA Galaxy's coming forward. They're in the right spaces. Everyone's facing the right way. Good penetrative pass. Takes the space. Jamir Johnson nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And still not there. Still not there. He's walking. Those are the things you don't want to see. You need to be transitioning and helping out. Doesn't defend that well. Slow on the transitions again. Creating space for Kavan. The energy that I get from him is not positive, although I know he's much smarter than this. I've seen him do some great things, but he's walking when his team is running, pressing for the ball. He's late to every challenge. Either he fouls or he doesn't get the ball. He's only caring about attacking, not defending, walking on the pitch. That's a baller right there, that center back. Again, just waiting, not fighting, not ready for the second ball, walking. Everyone's at least on a light jog, late to every challenge. Doesn't prevent LA Galaxy to come out. Now they're attacking from the right side, late to the defensive transition. He's occupying good space, but it doesn't help him if he's not winning the ball back, if he's not in the right locations to maintain possession. Simply just another player on the pitch. Not pressing, no contact, just shadowing. Light jogs. Barely getting by. He's quick to press up, and he tends to stand in decent spaces when he defends, but other than that, he's not really doing anything, okay? Forward thinking, come on, man. Come on. You have time, you have space. Okay, let's watch this from the beginning. So he's in the center zone, watching the ball. Obviously, he can't do anything here. Ball gets played over the defenders. There, get a shot. So now we transition. Okay, we're transitioning. Ball's still alive. You got time, space, 2v1 situation here. The player commits. LA Galaxy player commits. Philadelphia, he's not even wide enough. Gets the ball. You have space forward. You can maintain possession. Obviously, Kavan's not an option. Your strikers are really far from you, so you have a lot of time and space, buddy. Let's go back to that. Where are you? He's facing the right way. Got a 1v1 situation. A winger who needs to excel in 1v1 situations, who has space to use the flank, to get creative, to play into the center. Just gives the ball away. It's a shame. That's probably one of the very first times he receives the ball with space and time, and He's kind of just been walking around the first 20 minutes of the game. And the first ball he receives is that. Gets into a high XG zone. Kavan wants it more than him, man. Just standing there. They can't seem to find him. But he also doesn't really want the ball. Let's see, 1v1. Good little overlap. It's alright. Played a pass into a high XG zone. Kavan with the underlap. Again, late to every challenge. Letting LA Galaxy come out with the ball possessed. Wins the ball, but he doesn't really do anything with it. Walking back into position, not facing the ball, not ready for the ball. Walking. It's making me very disappointed because there's a lot of potential there, a lot of potential. But the energy that I've seen him train, I've seen him several videos, and it's a shame seeing this game again and realizing that it was wasted. It's been wasted for 25 minutes in this match. Again, just standing. I mean, he's in the right spot. He's in the right spot outside the defender. They don't even look for him. He's not a set piece guy. Come on, you got a 1v1 there. Another chance that you could take. Like if you're a 1v1, like if you're a winger and one of your strengths is dribbling 1v1 situations, is this not a golden opportunity? 2v1. Space all over. You get rid of this guy, you're in the 18-yard box, which is much better than a corner kick, but you're walking, you're not watching the ball. This is what you want. You want these situations as a winger. You want them in a open play situation. Imagine a set piece. Come on, man. But okay, that's not his call to make either. But walking. Because you're not ready, you don't get to that ball, my dude. You could have done more. His role is just to prevent the center pass and be late to every challenge. He's not defending. He's walking back, not getting into position. He's just in this awkward limbo space, like trance. His energy is so off. Come on, you're walking. Everyone's jogging, dude. Late to the challenge, no contact. Okay, buddy. All right, buddy. You just... Oh, these things piss me off. Okay. So you're walking, right? He's walking in the center zone. Ball gets played back. Okay. So there's a lot of time and space here because he's late to everything. His transitions are horrible. So the opponent has time and space. The striker is doing the job for you of pressing. You're late to the challenge. The ball gets played back. You press forward. I understand you're preventing him from dribbling through the center. So you don't want to commit to this run, right? I get that. I understand that. And so it's a game of chicken where he approaches you and gets close to you enough to give space to the fullback to do this. The center back does a really bad pass. But check this out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacking players versus 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive players. And look at his reaction into a transition or an opportunity that could have been taken for Philadelphia. So your ball goes out of bounds. This guy wants it. No one's transitioning into defense. These guys aren't watching the ball. This guy is a little worried because he sees the guy coming, getting the ball quick. You have time and space here. You don't ask for the ball. It's a late reaction. Look at that. You're walking. Come on, man. 27 minutes gone and wasted. Again, ball's live. No contact. You're late to the challenge. You don't defend. It's really frustrating to see this. His energies are just so bad. I think we see a goal here. I'll just let it play out. It's so frustrating to watch. Okay. Yes, there's a goal coming. Let's just let this play out until we get to the goal. Alright, so the LA Galaxy comes out with the ball, plays to the left side. Transitional moment right there. They lose the ball. They're out of position. Okay, Jamir has space, occupying that zone 14 in the center zone on top of the half moon. Great goal by Rocio. Great goal. Alright, well, to not make this video too long, right? Let's talk about what we saw. Let's talk about that. So, his strengths, Jamir's strengths. I'd say he's his strengths, at least from the first 30 minutes that we watched, and we can continue to watch this game, and you'll probably see the same. You'll see he didn't receive the ball, and the 2-3 moments in which he had the ball on his feet, it didn't progress anything. He didn't maintain possession. Everything went out of bounds, or he lost possession. He lost the ball, gave it away. So his passing accuracy is not there. Doesn't have the vision. Can he dribble? I've seen him dribble. I've seen him pass at a lot of drills. I've seen him do pretty good stuff. I've seen him do 1v1s. In a match, though, I don't like if this was the match as a scout that you have eyes on you. It's a final. I mean, it's tough to say, right? But his strengths, at least so far, to me, is just he's tactically aware. His weaknesses is his defensive contribution, his transitions into defense and to offense, his decision making, his timing, and his physicality are weaknesses. His special power was that one trait that can make him a star. I didn't see anything in this match. You have any player can be tactically aware. Every player can respect the spacing between lines, forward, backwards. I'd love to see more from him. And maybe we can come back once we have more content from him, but this is an important match. We watched the match. We didn't watch a highlight reel. Okay, so let's go to so after our deep dive, here's the verdict. His current grade, he's a D. This is where he stands now. What I mean by that is that I think he's overvalued. If he's in that $50,000 to $100,000 threshold, I think he's overvalued. because he didn't add value. He had opportunities, they didn't go well. His potential, I think his potential is a C grade. This is what I think he could achieve with the correct development, and I think he's in the place to receive that. As we've seen time and time again, Philadelphia Union is a great academy that develops great players, or at least players that can achieve a certain ceiling until they need to go even further. So I think with the right development and the right experience, and if we are able to see more of Jamir where he's maintaining possession, he's contributing into the attack, he is taking 1v1 situations, he's not just cherry picking, waiting for his moments to shine, and carries better energy on the pitch, isn't late into every challenge. If he just has more of a spark within him, and the sad thing is that type of stuff you really can't teach. It has to come natural from Jamir. From my experience with developing players and seeing players develop, it's not a switch that a coach turns on. It just needs to be something that Jamir wakes up and says, I'm going after it. So the market value, if I were a betting man, I'd say he's worth under $50,000 in today's market. Hasn't done much, in my opinion. I think the only reason why he's in the conversation in the moment is because he is in a team where players have shined around him and he's had sparks. He looks like he can be a player that has flair, that has dribbling skills, that kind of checks the boxes of something that has a high potential. But when you see his energy, when you see his transitional phases, you realize that there's a lot of weaknesses, a lot of areas to improve on. And like I mentioned, a lot of these things are not things that you teach. It's natural. So, but remember, in the world of Moneyball, it's not just about what he's worth now, but what he could be worth with the right coaching and environment. Jamir, I think you do a great job in training and wanting to improve your footwork, your passing, things like that, but I don't think any of the drills and coaching can put you in the right headspace to achieve what only you can achieve. Give me 1 second. Let me close this off. And that's our scouting report on Jamir Johnson. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the soccer analytics and scouting world, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Who's the next player you want me to scout? Drop their names below. Until next time, keep your eyes on the ball and your mind on the stats. Thank you.